today, you want to know, well, how does it look on the left-hand side, the big picture? Does everybody see the big picture on the left-hand side? And that's the E-mini, okay? Yeah. And then you look over on the right-hand side, you see we're correcting. We're correcting. And when we're correcting, the reason I say we're correcting, we're below that lower white line on the E-mini, okay? So that's telling me not to be a buyer right now. Have some patience, even though the big picture is bullish, sort of out of sync. And then if we check the NASDAQ futures, let's just look at it. NASDAQ futures, let me hit that real quick. There's the NASDAQ futures. Again, same setup, bullish on the left-hand side, a little bearish on the right-hand side. So it's a time thing. And typically, people in my futures first know I like to wait to after 9 o'clock at night to look at this, okay? But I'm just giving you the setup. That's with the E-mini NASDAQ. Let's look at crude oil. Let's say you want to know about crude oil. Click that. Crude oil, a little bullish here, and sort of in between here, not much of a trade there. But here's a trade that gets your attention. You know, I've been, ever since gold hit 35.09, I've been cautious on gold. Last week, I told you that I thought gold was getting ready, we'll get traded again. Let's just look at gold tonight. This is gold. Everybody see that? Bullish on the left, bullish on the right. I'm long gold. Does everybody see how I wait until the two line up? This is a very important part of using this effectively. And that's with gold. Okay. I want to look at silver. I hadn't looked at silver. I'm going to look at silver real quick. Silver. Silver's bullish. And I would wait to a little bit later, but I'd want to have a positive bar. That's on silver. Now, let's look at bonds. Bonds are very tricky. Bonds are interest rates. Bearish on the left-hand side, but bullish on the short-term side. Does everybody see that? They're out of sync. They're out of sequence. And being out of sequence means that you got to be careful. Okay? Now, that's the Seven Sisters. How long did it take me to go through the big picture of the market? 2 to 3 minutes, right? Now, we know, here's what we know. At 8 o'clock tonight, stocks are going to start trading. So let's look at a couple key stocks that we have and see what we need. The first stock we want to look at is the TQQ. Why did I say the TQQ? Because the TQQ is going to give us a buy area. Okay? TQQ is a stock, bullish on the left-hand side. And once we get, write this number down, 66.52, we can go long to TQQ. Okay, let's look at the QQQ. The QQQ needs to get above 509.80. Write that number down, the QQQ. Let's look at SPY. SPY's bullish, needs to get above 579.78 for the SPY. These are generally layups when you see something like this with this kind of movement. Now let's look at a couple other stocks. Let's look at coin. You know, Bitcoin has been very positive, right? If coin went above 264, I'd buy it. Let's look at Tesla. Bullish on the left-hand side. Tesla goes above 341 tonight. You can buy Tesla. You see how this works? And I can check out any ticker in the world using what I just showed you. But I wanted to invite you in for our Futures First education to show you that and just sort of put things in perspective for you. Okay, so and here's something I'll give you an insight. You're not in Futures First. I know if you're here after 9 o'clock tonight, there'll be a trend developed. That trend typically lasts till 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, you want to take tonight goes above that reference bar, uh, which started 30 minutes ago, goes above that, and then we're above that at 5 in the morning. I'm gonna get it. Okay, Robin, you can't trade options on stocks at night, but they'll be good using the same profile tomorrow. The same profile will work for you tomorrow. And the reason we've done so well with our education, we're using the tools of DTI that we built, the roadmap software, okay? And the roadmap software and this. Jeremy asked, do we need the roadmap software as well or with MTI? I think you need both. I'm biased to that because I use the roadmap for other elements of trading. But for somebody that's trying to get on the right side of the market, MTI, nothing's better than that. Okay. Yes, I do think options eventually trade at night. SP has done real well with me. He says I definitely say you need both. Thank you. Well, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to come back at 8 o'clock and go through my slides. And by that time, I'll make some comments on what I see between now and 8. If you're in my futures first and I see anything set up, I'll do a posting in there. Okay? So, Adam, will you put a timer up? We'll come back at 8 o'clock. Hold on. Bush got some stats. Okay, listen to this. On the trades we closed out in the month of May, I got a 93.9% win rate. My profit factor is 5 times the allocation. So if you placed $1,000 on each trade, you would have made $5,190 in profit. A $5,000 allocation yields $25,950. I would say that merits somebody paying attention to what we're doing. Buck, you just proved my point. Thank you, Buck. You're good. Oh, not no. Yeah. I'm not sure about that, Bob. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. All right, I'll see everybody at 8 o'clock. Y'all get ready, but think of questions to ask. I'll answer questions before I get started at 8 o'clock. Thank you for being here, and we'll just do what we got to do to get on the right side. I think we got a big week tomorrow from 2 to or from 11 o'clock to 2. I'm doing a mini trade and train period. Something new I've started. That's tomorrow. Right. Sure. Hey, Adam, if you can hear me, my video's not working. Folks, the stocks are starting to open up, and just to give you an idea, Tesla opened up $6. That's the advantage of watching the futures, which are up over 1.25%. Can everybody hear me okay? Check stocks. If you go check stocks, for example, let me just pull one here to look at. Let's look at the TQQ here. TQQ. Yeah, the TQQ's at 68.73, and then you go back and look at where it closed on Friday. That gives you an idea of what I would say is the changeover that you see here. Yeah, all you got to do is just check a few of the stocks, and they've really popped here at this opening price. Now the key will be, will this rally go further? And does everybody have the number I gave today on the S&P that tells you we'll see higher prices? The key number to all this? Does everybody have that number? Yeah, 58.95. That's right. If you see us start taking out 58.95, then that's telling you that, hey, this thing's got legs. 58.95. Currently about, if you look at it, we're about 58.80. So it's not there yet. But this is the kind of thing that you look for on a night like tonight. I want to get into the slides. Does anybody have any questions from our earlier briefing on the different stocks or different commodities we looked at, futures we looked at? Uh, if we could, Buck, can you or can somebody copy what Buck told us earlier? I thought that was pretty interesting about what we've done in May. Yeah, Buck had it later. Yeah. Everybody read that from Buck, and he put it together. We showed our summary of what we've done so far, and Buck put it together for everybody. Okay. Yeah, Claude, they got a recording today at 11, the presentation I gave here. But let's get into tonight's presentation. Thank you for coming here. You can go to my YouTube channel. You can go to my T-Buzz TV. By the way, I would join that T-Buzz TV because I'll have a breakdown in the morning when we wake up. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Risk involved in trading, past performance is not indicative of future results. In my opinion, market at some point is going to challenge 58.95. I don't know when that's going to occur, whether it's going to be tonight or whether it's going to be tomorrow. But if it does take that number out, that is a buy signal for the week. Write that down. You know it tonight, 58.95. Okay. Now, to the downside, I assume that we made the low as long as we stay above 57.55. Write that number down. That is the current frame I have in the current market. The low side's 57.55 and the upside 58.95. And thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy just got the MTI. Good for you, in my opinion. This is my schedule tomorrow. We got the Academy at 10. I have Connected Dots at 2. We have a new program I started the last 2 weeks. I'm calling it Train and Trade, where I spend time with you during the day from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Exactly what those two words they capture. As students of DTI, you get invited to Train and Trade. Put it on your calendar. I'll be with you from 11 to 2 tomorrow. Wednesday, we got the Academy at 10, Flash Meeting at 3. Wednesday on the web. Thursday, got the Academy at 10:30. Friday, we have the weekly wrap up. We have Sawgrass starting Sunday night next week. We got a lot on our plate, and I'd love to go into Sawgrass with a great week like we had a great May. Okay? Seven Sisters right now. The E-mini, if you look at how much it's up, it's probably unchanged for the year. The NASDAQ is positive. DAX is definitely positive. Gold, I want to make a mention of gold. I've been on the sidelines for about a month and a half on gold from 35.09. I've started taking a small position in gold again. A small position in gold. Crude, I shorted the heck out of it this year. I've been letting it sort of blow off some steam with the retracement in May. I'm curious to see how we roll into June. Bonds are down 1.81%. News this week. Economically, GDP, okay, GDP. The minutes are released on Tuesday and PCE on Friday. So we got some pretty significant economic news this week. I'm sure tariffs will be in discussion. I'm sure trade deals may or may not be announced. And I think we'll hear more on the gold coin this week. Okay. So we got a lot happening. Big news earnings wise. Wednesday after the close, a stock called NVIDIA. All eyes will be on NVIDIA Wednesday after the close. That is sort of the outside influences on the trend. And I think we could roll into June with a pretty neat market. Probabilities, high tomorrow, high Tuesday, Wednesday, high Thursday, and then level off on the last day of the month, Friday. My 10 tickers. Now, what I would do is I would take these ticker prices and I would set alerts at these ticker prices. This is, in my opinion, the surest way to maybe make some money this week. If you take these 10 tickers and you break these to the upside and they close above these numbers, you got a trade that will run this week. Okay? Everybody understand that? The 10 tickers are this week. Now, we've been following the pathway. I gave you the number where I think the low on that chart is, 57.55. Right now, that range we're rolling into is 58.95. We'll see if that's extended over the next few days here in June. Okay? We come off that low and come up, it sort of gives us a framework of where we are. Warning days this week. The warning days are trend change days tomorrow, 28th and 30th. Now keep in mind, the trend can be up or down on a trend change day. If we hold what we got now going into tomorrow, it's a trend up day, a trend up, and that's important. Everybody understand that? Pay attention. Now here's what Buck went through and did some analysis of. This is page 1 of trades we closed out in May. That's a pretty impressive may, if you look, if you stand back and look at it. The next sheet, different programs. We're just grinding it out, aren't we? Had a couple losses on the last page, but Buck did the analysis and he's got it published in there for everybody to read. Thank you, Buck, for doing that. I think there's more like this around the corner. All you got to do is listen, take the trades, and earn. That's the goal. Bill said it best. He's been with me a long time. When there's market turmoil or trends, and I use the words, patience does pay. Now I want to take a test with everybody. This is a test. Now, if I look at the mini there and I look at the left side, would I be long or short D mini when I saw that? Brian's got it right. Everybody's getting it right. All right. It's simple, it's straight. That's on the mini, right? What about the NASDAQ? Would I be long or short? Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it really plays into what happens with cash. The QQQ was in a sell signal coming in sideways, bullish on the long term. But we're about to, guess what? Get a bullish signal on the QQQ and a bullish signal on the cash spot, which means the majority of stocks will go higher, just like Tesla did already tonight. Closed at 339, it's at 347, Tesla. Does that give you some idea of the power of connecting futures to the actual cash market? I think it's so neat to be able to see this come together like this. In over 40 years of trading, I've never had a tool that simply answered that question so quickly, long, short, or out. We call it MTI by DTI, the market timing indicator. I strongly encourage you to get it, use it, and make some money with it. You don't have to be a computer whiz to do it. It's very simple to copy and get up working. You can have it working within 5 minutes, and you can check your portfolio out. You can check about any stock you're going to get people talk about tomorrow. You're going to get to know the answer. And within 60 seconds, I think if you're a computer whiz, you can do it 6. Just give ourselves 5 minutes and get it on the computer. Very easy. Copy and paste it into there. We have a download book. Simple step-by-step to do it. Everybody here can do it. Nothing complicated. In the video, you see exactly how to do it and have it up and running, including the scanner that comes with it. Use it right away, no extra step. Wait for that green arrow. We'll get a green arrow on the short term. Now understand, a green arrow on the long term, a green arrow on the short term, you're long. Does everybody understand that? How simple it is once you put your ticker in there. Let me go over that. They have to match green, green, long and short, right? That's what you're looking for. Last week, Nate had it matched on TGTX. Stock took off. Look at it now. That's an example. You can see it work wonders way ahead of most people what are still thinking about what to do. When you have a major change like we did from Friday to tonight, it helps you navigate that change when to get in. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Knowing which stocks to want to know which stocks trade, go to the opportunity scanner. That's why if you pick up the MTI indicator today, the opportunity scanner comes with it. That's what it does. This is what's the beauty of it. Let's say you got a portfolio of stock. Well, run MTI, run it through MTI and find out if you should have it or not. That's a big help for you. Okay. Every day the market's open. Everybody see it. Different candidates and what you do. That's the buy signal. How many people are using the MTI for both stock options? You know you can use it for options, and they're also using it for futures. How many people doing that? Carol says she's using it for both. Yeah. Peter for both. Yeah. It works great for either one, doesn't it? It's good for earnings too, Dan. I'll be looking at it after NVIDIA reports on Wednesday afternoon. Click on it when you get those errors. Bang. Follow along with the market timing anywhere. You can see an impressive return of 151% in 45 days on that long option. BlackRock, Eric showed up on the opportunity scanner. I don't trade BlackRock a lot, but it came up. Look at this. Green arrow. The process is the same no matter what the ticker is. That's what I love about it. SP says he manages his portfolio. That's what you should be doing. Way to go. Reckitt says all three. Using the market timing indicator, we have a shot at 310% on that option. You know, one of the hardest things a trader has to decide, right, is whether to be long, short, or out. And the beautiful thing about MTI is you got your answer. It's pretty simple with what it does and how it adjusts. Any time frame, whether you're a short-term trader or a long-term trader. There it is again on Opportunity Scanner every day. Bang. You gotta love it. I'm telling you, folks, the website charges $39.95, but tonight we're running a special. You can get it. Yeah, and Ralph says, put those 10 tickers I gave you into the MTI. You'll see exactly where they are in the cycle. The market timing indicator for all types of trading, whether you're doing long term, I do a little bit of that. Short term, Brian just notified me that Tesla's a buy tonight, right now. I bought it too, Brian, during this presentation. Short term, swing trading. It's all there. How did you get income trades? Pretty good stuff. And then putting it all together. A clear understanding of how to use it, when to use it, and what time to use it. Peter says he uses it for spreads. That's a good idea. You can use it for spreads. All the workshops is part of the package tonight. Get it, you get it for free. The whole process is $39.95, but tonight we got a extreme discount. Let me get to that discount. New list of the buys and sells. Entry, trailing stop, and exit criteria. Pretty exciting, really. Forget the $4,000. Get started. Get it in there. Let's make some money. Get a 50% off tonight. Takes it down to $19.97. Plus, if you listen closely now, I'm not done yet. During this webinar, lifetime access at no additional cost no subscription fees, no recurring prices. All updates are included. No annual renewals, plus you get to make the decision today even easier. I include unlimited updates. You get it for both the updates on the market timing indicator on Opportunity Scanner. Automatically get to download it, add it to your memory portal without paying an upgrade fee. $19.95 for lifetime's absolute steal, but tonight it's even better. A lot of breakouts in 2024. There's one on NVIDIA. Speaking of NVIDIA, that's this week. Lunar was another good one. Hey, Bitcoin's on a run. I said it's going to 125,000. It's doing it one day at a time, isn't it? 214% gain on that one. Nothing should stop you if you get involved. We'll take an additional $500 off, takes the lifetime price down to $14.97. You ready to get it? Get it? Save thousands on your lifetime membership. By the way, we got a room now in MTI, and I'm going to put out every day with MTI. I'm going to go through the opportunity scanner every day this week to make sure everybody gets on scholarship. I'm going to put out a specific trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right in that new MTI by DTI room. How you like that for a bonus? And if you're already a member, you just got a big bonus being a member. Go to dtitrader.com/MTI or call 904-706-3532. Hey, get it up and running. Follow along as we do our trades together. And we got it there. I'll run the scanner. We'll have it posted tomorrow in the room. I'll start targeting a stock tomorrow, and we'll do it each day this week. Get your membership. People love it. I had a lot of people type in today even better testimonials than these. Dave thinks it's the best thing he's ever seen. I don't know if it's better than sliced bread, but it could be. Don't waste a moment. Get it before we take this down. Best tool for everyone. It just works. Click the link in the chat. Get your lifetime membership at this price. dtitrader.com/MTI or call 904-706-3532. The MTI Telegram channels where the trades will be posted each day. We'll start with the opportunity scanner. I will take those stocks, plug it into MTI. When I get the lowest risk, best reward, I'll do it. Look what Bruno just said using MTI. Everybody's got to see that one. Wow. $14.97 lifetime access. Most of the people in there paid $19. They know that $19.97 was a good price, but most of them are saying, wow, look at this. $14.97. Bruno, thanks for posting that. That was so good. Now, here's what's going to happen. In my futures room tonight, after 9, I will give you a review. If there's something that we can educate on and do, I'll do it after 9. I'm gonna wait till after 9. As far as stocks go, tomorrow morning, I'll start looking at some of these stocks to get an early start. Okay. Laurel works on the Thinkorswim platform from Schwab. Any last minute questions for me? You got a big opportunity this week to be part of it. Remember, get involved. Get involved. It's on your watch list. You have it loaded automatically on the watch list, Jennifer. I'm looking at it right now. Send Roe at DTI Trader if you got any questions. I'll do the futures in the room if I see anything after 9, SP. Y'all ready to have a great week? Yes, Sylvia, there's a futures channel for Futures First on Telegram. It's a futures member. You should have got it. Get this MTI on your computer. Let's have a great week. Herman, they'll publish it tomorrow. They'll publish Sawgrass tomorrow during that presentation. Buck, thanks for doing that analysis. I appreciate it. I think everybody appreciates y'all appreciate Buck doing that analysis on the trades we've closed out in May. I know I do. Thank you, Buck. Took a little work. Monica, I want to give the market after the big gains on futures from Friday to now. I want to give it more trade time to get to 9. And I'll post it inside the room if I see anything, okay? You always want to give the market a little bit more time when it's on the corrective side of a big rally. 95 though, I can tell you right now, 58.95 is the number I really would love to see us get higher than this week. Stocks look good. Let's take advantage of it. Well, thank you, Dave, for saying that. I think we got a pretty good process here. We plan out our week. Here's the interesting part. I gave you more value in that one slide with the 10 tickers, I think, that most people give. Send an email to Barbara at DTI Trader. Subject, I would like MTI. She'll handle it for you. Well, folks, let's keep watching. Let's keep thinking. Let's be part of it. I think they'll do the replay over the futures. 57.55, Edwin. 57.55. Don't trade without MTI by DTI. Get it. Thank you. 9 o'clock after 9. Look for a posting in Futures First.